Gun cabinet left unlocked, security cameras with blind spots, and a major staffing shortage. Those issues would be difficult at any place, but these problems have been uncovered in a prison. It is the same prison where 4 corrections employees were murdered during an escape attempt last fall. We have obtained a federal report with the alarming details. Investigative reporter Laura Geller joins us with the story.
We've learned the feds came in just about a month after the attacks at Pasquotank Prison. They interviewed staff, reviewed documents, and observed operations. The outcome is grim. The report says if changes aren't made, officials should reduce the inmate population and suspend programs at the prison.
There were strong emotions and tears shed as the National Institute of Corrections team interviewed staff at the Pasquotank Prison.
It's a damning report, a shocking report.
The 78-page report is supposed to help the Department of Public Safety address issues in the aftermath of October's tragedy, which cost the lives of 4 people. The prison is in Representative Bob Steinberg's district.
When you think about those corrections officers, right now, is it safe for them to work in a North Carolina prison?
No, it is not, and I can say that without any reservation at all.
The report shows the team observed the gun cabinet doors left wide open and unsecured.
You're in a prison, for heaven's sake. What are you doing with a gun cabinet unlocked?
Here it details inmates issuing tools to other inmates, which was the case the day before the prison break attempt. One inmate distributed 7 tools, including scissors and hammers that day. You may remember 911 calls reveal prisoners beat and stabbed employees with those tools. The report also describes an absence of personal safety equipment, blind spots, and the lack of monitoring of security cameras, and no requirement for Corrections Enterprises employees who run the sewing plant at the heart of the escape attempt to have even basic security training.
We need to see what are the failures, what led to this. Is this a problem of management?
Public safety officials say they've taken action to correct the situation. They've closed the sewing plant, suspended prison leaders, ordered stab-resistant shirts, and increased training. But what has caused a lot of these lapses, according to the report, is a staffing vacancy rate of 25% at the prison. That led to staff burnout, complacency, and taking of shortcuts. Some have suggested bringing in the National Guard to work perimeters and transports so corrections officers can focus inside the prison. More officers could lead to fewer incidents, and fewer incidents could lead to an easier time recruiting new staff after the deadliest year in North Carolina prison history. Steinberg believes many of these problems exist in all of the state's 55 prisons. He issued this chilling warning.
If we don't get this under control, if we don't make a serious attempt at fixing this, and fixing it once and for all, there are going to be, sadly, more murders that are going to take place in these prisons.
On March 15th, one of the NIC team members will travel to the Capitol to answer questions from a public safety oversight committee. There's a lot of information here, so if you want to take a look, we've put the full NIC report and responses from DPS officials on our website. Just look for this story in the 13 News Now Investigates section. Laura Geller, 13 News Now.
1 week after we submitted questions to public safety officials, we learned the 2 prison administrators who were suspended have now been moved to another facility. The investigation continues, and we are still working to coordinate an interview with department leaders.